When I first heard about the company, I'm not going to tell you my story because you heard a ton of stories already, but when I first heard about it, I heard about it from a friend of mine who I've known now for nearly 30 years. He's been in this industry for 31 years. He's become one of the top 100 all-time earners in this industry worldwide. And as far as I was concerned, if this guy was going to be involved with this business, it was going to be the one for me come what may. But I want you to hear his story from his lips and find out why he thinks this is such an incredible business. His name's Simon Brookes from Formby, Merseyside. Simon.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody around the world. We have got people all over the world. And if you're brand new, looking at this presentation this evening or this morning or the afternoon, please bear in mind, if you don't understand diddly squat, don't worry about it. You need to go on one word. That one word starts with a T and ends in a T, and it's called trust. Now, I've been involved in the industry of network marketing for just over 31 years, and in that time period, I've made around 14 million US dollars. Now, I don't say that to impress you, but to impress upon you of what you can achieve through this type of profession. And yes, it is a profession. No, it is not a job. It's not a job that you're going to be paid what your boss thinks you're worth. You're going to be paid what you are worth, what effort you put in. This business is all about recommendation. We have a phenomenal product with phenomenal people, with phenomenal leadership and phenomenal results. You've heard from people on this presentation. They've got a different education, a different background, a different race, a different color, different everything. But they've all got one thing in common, and that one thing is desire, absolute desire. So if you're looking to make an extra £100 a week extra, an extra £1,000 a week extra, an extra £10,000 a week extra, we have something for you. This business works 100% of the time for 100% of the people that give it the time. My time's up. Get back to the person that invited you. We do have a system. That is the benefit. Do not think that, oh, I've just got to go out there and I've just got to share it with everybody. I haven't got a clue what it's about. No, we have a system. So when you get involved, the person will hold you by a hand and walk you through step by step by step by step through the system. Roger, back to you, mate. Roger, you've muted yourself.
I did. I wanted to make sure I wasn't interrupting the flow. My apologies, guys. Guys, you've heard a huge amount today, but I've got a special guest that we want to introduce you to right now. He's actually distributor number one as far as we're concerned. He's the master distributor. He's on the phone now from the USA. His name is Rick Rowberry. I met this guy probably this time last year, an amazing man, and some of the stories that this man can tell you about the power of this business will bring tears to your eyes. But so please just say a big hello to Rick Rowberry. Rick, you there?
Hear me okay, Roger?
Okay, Rick, over to you. Do you want to tell people exactly what it is that makes this business so special for you?
Of course. Can you hear me okay, Roger?
Yep, we can.
All right, guys. Hey, listen, as I'm sitting here watching this, it's very humbling to me. I'm the one that started this rolling. So I remember meeting with the owners and consulting and helping them put together a company as a favor to my friends. And then they asked me to take on the role of the marketing as master distributor. And I remember after 3 weeks of saying no, I finally said yes. And the reason that I did was that I believed in the vision that they had. You know, I've always believed that a man or a woman with great vision taking massive action upon it can literally change the world. And you're seeing the result of it right here. And so I made that first call, brought in a couple of thousand people the first 2 or 3 weeks. And from that point, guys, nearly 300,000 people in 70 countries have put down the money and have learned what we do here at Kuvera. And so it's an extremely exciting time for me, Roger, and I'm excited to be here with you guys today. One of the things that I wanted to first point out is Kendrick always has Claire on with him so that he looks better. So I just want to start with that point. And I'm always get Claire, and you know that's the truth, and Kendrick does too. Okay, so Anyway, guys, first of all, you know, we've spent a lot of time together. I've been to the UK, I think 10 times now. I've been around the world. Just finished up a very powerful Southern Florida event from most of the people in North America. Heading out to Portugal tomorrow for a 2-day event. Headed out to Brazil from that point. Guys, I traveled the world because what I did is I started to see this thing really start to catch on. And what really caught on is the fact that finally for the first time, the average person out there, as you've had them on the call here, you know, that worked hard every single week just to try to pay their bills, have an opportunity to find a way to get their money working for them. And see, I've been in the investment world for 30 years, and so I know what that's all about. I've been able to accumulate wealth through the principles and the concepts that we talk about here. And so when I came to the company, I thought, you know what, I've got something to offer. So let's do it. I share the vision. And so I went to work, and I've been working tirelessly ever since. One of the things that we do at Kuvera is we give people the opportunity to really change their lives. And change their lives without having another job that takes a whole bunch more time, you know. It's just something where we've got a point-and-click concept, almost always just right from your phone, so you can do it. Guys, I do business, global business, whether I'm in Hawaii or whether I'm in Europe. I mean, no matter where I am, it's simply because the technology we have today allows myself and others to be able to get this information out to people and to be able to literally change the way that they look at their financial future. Because until that point, until you get your money working for you, you don't understand one thing, is you can never work as hard for your money as money can work for you. And yet 95 to 98% of the people in the world, in every country, never, ever have their money work for them. And so what we did is we took what the top 5% of the people in the world had, made it affordable, negotiated the deals, made it easy, made it simplified, made it automated, so you don't have to know anything. Now, here's the thing, and even Roger, in the presentation, as you're putting up screenshots, to somebody who's brand new to this, it can still seem complicated. So I want to point something out here. You don't need to know anything. You see, the most important thing that we offer at Kuvera is education. Because before you can move from a saver mindset, you know, thinking like a saver, which fails financially, to an investor mindset, understanding measured risk to be able to have a different financial, you know, finish line in your life, you know, that education is key. Because what happens, you'll sabotage yourself. Because we don't have, that's not a winning trade every time. But over time, our track records prove that we win. And that's how it is in the investment market. Not only that, but we give the opportunity to you to create multiple streams of income within our own company, because you don't have to you know, recruit anybody or sell anybody to make money in Kuvera. You can literally be a customer of ours and use the products and make money. Now, that's not that way when you sell juices or makeup or, you know, lotions or potions or whatever it is. Matter of fact, this isn't really an MLM program. It's not a network marketing program. We created a category creating concept that nobody in the world has. Nobody does what we do, inside or outside of this marketing model. So if you want to do better with your money, if you want to get your money working for you, you got one choice, and it's Kuvera. That's it. We're the only company that cares about you. Everybody else just wants the person with the big money, get their money in it. You know, they put in $100,000, $200,000, whatever it is. And the products that we participate in now that you can get in for, you know, $200, $300, $400, guys, those products were only available for those kind of monies before we came to this. So being able to give people the systems, tools, products, and make it affordable is something that Kuvera has done, because we had a mission to change the world, and we changed the world from the bottom up by being able to empower men and women around the world to literally, okay, change their financial lives. Now, in that, okay, in building a business and going through a business model and starting up, there's a pioneering stage, which we're still in. But yet we have overcome obstacle after obstacle because of the commitment of myself and other leaders and the owners of the company and the corporate team to make sure that we win. Because what we're all about is winning. And so if you want to win, you want to be part of Kuvera, because everyone else out there will give up on you. You know, we don't do that. What we do is we find ways to make it through and make it through. We create every product we have created was the first time it's ever happened in the world. And so every single time we've had to go through this process of making this product work in such a way, make this product work in such a way, make people understand it, make it easy, make it automated in order to make it happen. One thing I also know is if you ask somebody to do something, they will do nothing. So by making things automated, what it is where you just simply have to push a button or just say, just take it and trade it automatically for me. Guys, that changes the game. Take a guy like me, okay? I travel the world. I mean, I'm all over the world all the time. I don't have time a lot of times. I'm on airplanes, you know, to be able to make trades and do all that kind of stuff by having the automated tools that we have access to be able to automatically do these things, even when I sleep, even when I'm traveling. makes these products viable for not only me, but every single person in the world. And I told you we're in 70 plus countries. That's unheard of. Most companies, I've been in this 5 years now. 5 years ago is when I said yes to the owners of this company to do what I do. And in that 5-year period of time, guys, it has been unbelievable. Most companies in our industry within 5 years are looking to go to their first country, their first other country. And generally they will originate out of the US. And that's not the case. When we entered the Forex market, Roger, within 30 days, we entered 50 countries. So it's a global business. And here's the other thing. Looking at it from the business standpoint, yeah, being a customer, big time, okay? It doesn't require any skill sets, doesn't require time. You can just participate in the markets that have always accumulated wealth for everybody from the beginning of time. But if you want to build a business to create the money to invest, to create the money to create your financial security, then you have it here. And you do that very simply by simply one step after the other. One thing I know is if you put 10 people in front of me and you tell them what we do, 9 people out of that 10 want it. They want that information. They want to know what's going on. Too good to be true. This is the one we fight all the time. You know, that's too good to be true. Nobody's ever done anything for me like that. Look, every single thing that's been a windfall for me in my life seemed like it was too good to be true. Understand that. Everything that works seems like it's too good to be true. Every time I've made massive monies on any type of a project or any type of investment, it always seemed like it was too good to be true. So look at the track records. Track records speak for themselves. We have tremendous track records in everything we do. Roger, you shared some of those track records here. We have a 6-year track record just in the equities, in the Equity Pro product, which has been unbelievable. We make more money on average in the last 6 years on our Equity Pro program than you make at the bank in 4 years. I mean, every month. And so if you want the opportunity to move over to the investor mindset and be able to help us create this legacy company, then so be it. I want to mention one other thing too, Roger. You had people on here that were at the business builder making $500 a month, right? Well, guys, you didn't just make $500. You created a $500 residual income. Now, let me talk to you about that. I've been receiving residual income that totally supported me in a big way for almost 25 years now. So I get it, okay? I've made more money residually than I made while I was working the project. Now, try that sometime, okay? I understand residual income. So if you're making $500 a month, understand something. As long as those people like the products, they just keep on paying. You get $6,000 a year, $60,000 over 10 years, and $120,000 over 20 years. And that's, it might have taken you 60 days or 90 days or less time, some people on here 2 or 3 weeks, to create that. So you made $120,000 in 2 or 3 months payable over the next 20 years. Now, I'm telling you that that's how it works because I've made it, okay? I still made it. I have big checks coming in every single month, okay, from 10, 15, 20, 25 years ago. And so every time I look at that check, it's got my name on it, and I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell did I do? I can't even remember what I did during it sometimes. You know, it's just I remember it was a cool project, you know, that was out there, and I think, well, how am I going to spend it? How am I going to invest this money this time? See, here's the key. What residual income does for you is it buys back your time a little bit at a time. You had somebody on there that was a driver that drives 1,000 miles a week or whatever it is, okay? How would he like to drive 800, then 600, then 500, then 300, then 200, then not have to drive at all? You do that by hitting a $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month. That is residual income that comes in month after month after month after month. Now, who doesn't want that? Everybody I know, everybody I talk to, if they understand the way it works, says yes to Kuvera. The only ones who don't say yes to the Kuvera is people who have lost total hope, that have completely given up hope in their lives, and have figured out this is just my lot in life. This is just the way it is for me, you know. This is all it ever was for me. I totally disagree with that. There's not a person out there, if you give me time, and I'm able to educate you, train you, and lead you in a certain way, that cannot accumulate wealth. And so if that's something that the people here on the call, Raj, want to do, if you want to accumulate wealth, okay, listen very closely to those of us who have done it. And we've done it in exactly the way that we're sharing with you, only we've made it available now to the masses instead of having to have a lot of money to get involved in it. We call it a legacy company. From the day I came here, I was looking for people with a legacy mindset that would help me create a legacy company. Now, what's a legacy company? That's a company who's here for 30 or 40 or 50 years, that other companies in the industry and outside the industry study and try to figure out, how did they do it? How did this company do what they do? How did they become a dynasty where they are? Did they have any issues? Did they have any problems? Absolutely. That's business and that's life. But here's what happens, okay? And I got to tell you, and I'm going to warn y'all, okay, that when we had some great track records on here that I've done this much, I've done that much. Guys, we have losing periods of time as well. And what happens is that if we have 2 good months of trading and we have one month that's not as good trading, people leave. I've never been able to understand this. And then the next month it's winning again, right? And over the next 5 years, they become financially independent through the product. So stay the course. Understand 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years, not 3 to 5 days, okay, to try to figure it out. If you really want to become an investor, listen closely to me. I've been an investor for 30 years and so very successful at it. It takes time for investments to pay out. The other thing is diversification. You can diversify your portfolio right within our own company between several different industries and several different products. If you have just one product, it might not be performing this week. But if you have all of the products, you're moving your whole portfolio forward continually. You see, there's a difference in the way investors think. I'm not saying, did I lose on one? Did I win on one? I just want to know if my portfolio is moving forward constantly. And since I've started in Kuvera, the answer is yes, it has. And so with everything that's going on here, and I got to say, and I'll wrap it with this, Roger, because I know that we're short on time, how humbling this experience is for me, you know, to be able to remember back when there was just me. And then I get invited on a webinar, and you've got people in 4 continents talking about the viability of products we didn't even have when I started. We just had Equity Pro. That was all we had, and we had to literally place the trades ourselves, and they came in at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, nothing automated, no real tools. Look where we've come. Where are we going to go in the next 5 years? It's just magical. I can tell you right now, we got things on the docket right now that are coming out that are going to knock people's heads off. It's so exciting right now to be able to automate some of the things. First company in the history of the world that's automated some of the products we have available. Automation is absolutely essential for people who work full-time jobs in order to have success and to be involved in those markets. And so we have it. We do it. I travel the world now, not because I have to, not because I'm making money. I don't work for rank. I don't have rank. I just do what I do, okay? And you guys know that. And so I travel because I'm totally passionate. And, Kendrick said, a crusade. I think the first time I came over there, you guys saw that it's very emotional for me, this project, because as I'm looking at the lights on in people's eyes, that look of hope and opportunity that people have, and they look at me to guide them, maybe have the answers for them. And it's so important for me to be right. And I knew that from the very beginning that I had to be right. I had to know that this thing was really going to happen. And having been involved in these markets for nearly 3 decades, I just felt that we had a chance, a chance like this to totally change the game for people out there, to give them the opportunity to have more in their life than what they ever thought they could have. And the truth is this, is if you participate in our products and share those with others, it gives you the money to put more and more and more money towards your investment portfolios, guys. And I promise you that you will have a successful financial finish line in life. And that's only if you stay the course. You understand that every day is a new day. I call it day one, okay? Every day is day one, right? That means that every single day you wake up with purpose, posture, and presence, and you go forward in a positive way to be able to accomplish things that every single day. And so stay positive, have hope, understand that there's many of us behind the scenes that make sure that things work, that make sure that the opportunity remains viable. And I'm not quitting. I'm not going anywhere until this thing's on autopilot and they just say, Rick, you're just in the way. Get the hell out of the way. Rick, you just go after it, right? I'm kind of like, I live in the Western United States. I kind of run things like an old cowboy, right? I'm like an old Western movie sometimes. I go out and I hit it hard and I expect to win. And being a guy who loves to win, Roger, I'm having the time of my life right now because we're winning big time. All of our products are working. Our compensation plan is working. I got kids under 25 years old making $100,000 a month. I mean, is it working? Hell no, I guess not. Well, yeah, it is working, okay? I got people all over the world making an extra $1,000 or $2,000, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that have totally bought back their time. And then I'll wrap it up with this. When I talk about buying back your life, you got to buy it back a little piece at a time. You talked about Kendrick, and you know how much I love you and Claire, okay? You're my favorite people in the world. And he talks about he was out there putting his life at risk and at danger for a little bit of money, right? And his family worried about that, and his children, and putting the entire people at risk in his life just for money, okay? That's not, there was no crusade in that for him. So he came back. He's now able to spend the time with his family, watch his kids grow up, take them to school, go to the different events that they have, spend time with his beautiful wife. and then have a dream of being able to do better financially to give them even more and more and more opportunities. So whatever your why is, whatever reason drives you to do more, okay, to do more than the average person would actually do out there, what I'm telling you is that we have the opportunity for more for you. So if that's really what you're looking to do, eventually you buy back some time, but eventually this is what you do. You buy back your life. And then you have control on that, and you can be everything that you and God designed it to be. And that is the mission for me, the purpose and the crusade, and the reason why I came here and the reason why I stay here. So I've rambled enough. Thanks for the opportunity. Sometimes I get this energy build up in me. And if I'm not able to do something like this right away, I wear everybody out around me, right? And they say, quit talking about business. Quit talking about business. So I'm in town where for one day where I live, and then I'm back out again. And so thanks for the opportunity to come here today. I actually was not feeling good this morning. I texted Simon Brookes earlier, and I said, I'm jumping in the shower, man. I'm getting on there anyway. I'm going to do the deal. And he says, okay, appreciate it, Rick. Guys, you know I'll always be there, okay? No matter what the challenge, no matter what it is. I'm here trying to lead through example. But for those of you who may be new on the call or here right now, please be a part of this. It's a beautiful culture that we have here. A beautiful culture of honesty, integrity, transparency, and actually caring for one another. And when you have that, guys, it's not like a job. Nobody here is beating you up all the time. They're simply here to help you to be able to accomplish your hopes and dreams. So thanks again for the time, guys. I'm signing off. Hope to see all of you soon.